Hello, my name is Brittany, Mistress of Heaven on YouTube and Finny Nevermore just about everywhere else, and I'm here to talk to you about a sadly underrated game, a little known Western RPG known as Geneforge. Geneforge is the first in a series of 5 games released by small-time publisher Spiderweb Software. You may or may not have heard of their Exile and Avernum series. The first Geneforge was released for the Mac at the end of 2001 and it came to PCs early the next year. I discovered it about a year after that. 2003 was a crap year for me, and I used video games as an escape from that. Finding a shareware game that piqued my interest and had the potential for multiple endings while allowing me to either fight monsters or pick locks throughout the length of play was the equivalent of finding the Holy Grail. I fell in love with role-playing games and role-playing in general after that. However, in the 7 years I've known about the game, I still have not beaten it. I plan to change that now. With the advent of Let's Play, gaining an audience to hold you accountable for finishing a game like you promised you would, there's a whole new reason for me to pop this in and finally see the end of this entertaining, if slightly frustrating game. It would also be nice to finish in time for their new game. Now, before we begin, a few ground rules. First, this will not be safe for work, especially later in the game. I will try to control my temper, but I am known to let F-bombs fly if I get killed, ambushed, or if things just don't go my way. Second, I will try to at least see all 77 areas of this world, but I will not stay to clear them all. Some are combat heavy, others require high mechanical skill. Depending on the type of character I choose and later what faction I choose, if any, some areas will not be friendly to me. Third, I've played up to about the halfway point before now, so I may zip through what I remember till then, but when I get to the last point that I remember, I will be slowing down some and taking my time. Fourth, I have the guidebook, officially known as the Geneforge Book of Answers. That means that I have the general gist of the game, as well as maps of the maze-like sections, locations of all canisters, lists of all the quests I can get, etc. If you're going to contact me to let me know I did something wrong, or something you don't agree with, make sure that it's something that would not be normal for the character I play or the skill set that I have. Fifth, I'm not using cheats. It just feels wrong. And I have no proof that I can't finish the game without using them. Though if I get completely irrevocably stuck, I do reserve the right to turn down the difficulty for one section only. And that's only after I load a previous game to try to fix said mistake. Sixth, I will be reading everything aloud, for the benefit of those who have no idea what the game is or what I'm talking about. Alright, I think that's everything. Let's begin. Spiderweb Software. And as you see, the background's now on the screen. Welcome to Geneforge. Is the title screen dripping with goo? That's really ugly. I've never noticed that before. Oh, and as you see, the creatures you'll meet in the game are starting to crawl across the screen. That would be a battle alpha. And that's an orc, but enough about them. Oops, Serva. Oh god, I hate clawbugs. Let's start a new game. And as you see, you have 3 choices for a character. Either a shaper, a guardian, or an agent. Shapers, as it says here at the bottom, are skilled at magic and unmatched in their ability to create powerful creatures. However, they are physically frail. A shaper will have to rely on its creations for protection. Basically, you're a summoner. Guardians are the defenders of the shapers. They are highly skilled in melee combat and can create creatures to aid them in an assault. However, their magical skills are otherwise weak. Your basic warrior. Finally, agents. Agents travel around on the command of the shapers and solve problems, usually violently. Their magic and weapon skills are strong, but they are not good at creating creatures. Agents tend to be harder to play. So they're your basic thieves of the game. And since I like a challenge, I think we'll go with the agent. However, we're going to change her name. Not that I don't like the name Esther, it's just it doesn't say me. So let's go with what I'm known for on most of the internet. Finny. And I see that I can change her appearance. As you see, the picture-in-picture changes, but she's gray for some reason. And now she's purple, and now she's blue. Granted, to say I'm extremely confused, I think we're just gonna go with that. Alright, as you see, everybody has different skills based on their levels, and based on the character they are, they're either regular, strong, or weak. As it said, Shaper's magic skills are strong, the shaping skills are weak. These are general skills that you'll need, and these are your basic stats. Strength, it basically affects how hard you hit in combat, melee of course, and how much you can carry. Dexterity is, I think that helps you aim your missiles more better, and it makes you better able to avoid attacks coming at you. Intelligence is your mental energy. That'll help with your magic casting, and it helps you to avoid spells that people and monsters are going to try to cast on you. And finally, there's endurance. Endurance is your hit points, and it makes you resistant to poison. That is very, very useful. We're going to raise her hit points. I've found in play that while agents work very well alone, it does not hurt to have a companion, you know, in case you need somebody to break your fall. So we're going to raise her fire shaping skills. She has 3 skill points left, and she's going to need to sneak around, so mechanics would be good for her. And finally, luck. She's going to need as much of it as she can get. Now, let's start the game. The Shapers are the oldest, most respected, most secretive, and most powerful of the magical sects. The Shapers have the power to magically create life. The Shapers can make new life forms from nothing but raw materials and pure magic. They can mold this life to serve their purpose, be it light housework or major warfare. The Shapers guard the secrets of their powers very closely. To learn their techniques without permission is to court a speedy death, at the hands of a guardian in the day or an agent in the night. After years of work, study, and testing, you have finally been accepted into the Shapers. You will spend your life advancing their will and delving into their secrets and powers. However, none of those secrets have been shared with you yet. First, you must complete your apprenticeship. You must spend 5 years out in a Shaper colony on a remote island, watching their work and aiding their research. After a brief welcoming ceremony and a last night's celebration, you don your traditional garments and board your craft to the remote islands. The journey is 2 weeks long. You travel on a living craft, a specially modified drake which will carry you through rough seas to your destination. After a week's journey, you pass close to a small chain of islands. You consult your chart and find that one of them is named Sucia Island. It is marked on your chart as barred. Shapers declare places barred for a variety of reasons. Experiments gone wrong, dangerous accidents, valuable secrets. Whatever the reason, any outsider in a barred place is punished with instant death. Curious, you stand at the edge of your craft, carefully watching Sucia Island, wondering what secrets lie there. As you watch, you fail to notice the sailing ship dead ahead of you off the southeast coast of the island. Your craft cries out in alarm, alerting you to the danger. It is a strange ship of a style you have never seen before. That is why you don't recognize the weapon on its prow. It fires a long spear at your craft. The razor-sharp bolt strikes your drake in the neck. It roars in anger and breathes a bolt of fire at your attacker. It strikes the sails, which sets them alight. The battle takes only seconds. Your living craft founders, mortally wounded, dropping you into the water. Your goods and tools sink into the depths. You attempt to swim to the surface. You barely notice that the ship which attacked you is aflame and having extreme difficulty. Your whole being is consumed with the struggle to reach the shore. Your strength is not enough. You start to sink. But with one last effort, your living craft assists you. Bleeding from its neck, rapidly dying, it manages to lift you with its head and carry you to a crumbling dock. Then it dies. It sinks away. You are left alone, abandoned on this forbidden shore. You are alone on Sucia Island. That is a very powerful introduction story. Why is it barred? What's going on? Well, we're going to find out all those things next time.
Keeps beating like a